What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 75. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Mr. Bryant.
I'm in the middle of the most difficult thing you can do on a PlayStation 3, and that's re-download your PlayStation 3 content. So I almost got the achievement of downloading everything I need to download.
What are you downloading exactly?
I wipe my PS3 because I just like want to start fresh and re-download all of my stuff that I have. It's like 1,500 things that I have in my download list, and PS3 just has the most obnoxious way of
Oh yeah,
re-downloading
Yeah.
stuff. You have to go through like your entire list. So like when I was 21 or 19, no, 2006. So when I was like 19 or 20 years old, I really wanted to download that Madden 6 demo for whatever reason. I have to go through that in my freaking download list. It's obnoxious.
uh, and we have Mr. Ash Destroyum
Yep. What's up, guys? What's up?
and Phaneckswhy.
What up? What up?
And there's quite a few things to talk about today. But before we get into those topics, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. The goal for the month is 700. I forgot to update the thing again, but I will update it after this. And also follow on Twitch. Follow Phaneckswhy on Twitch as well, as he does stream as well. Out of a show of hands, who here has Persona 3 Reload?
I do.
Oh, fan, we got to get you Persona 3 Reload. Gotta get it. I'm obsessed. I was just talking with Brian before you guys joined in that like I thought it was gonna be one of those things. It's like I'll play it every now and then. Like I literally thought my focus was gonna be Granblue Fantasy Relink, but no, I've actually went to work and I was like, man, I want to play Persona 3 Reload. Yesterday, I came home, did whatever, then one time sleep time is like let me play some Persona 3 Reload. And it was one of those things like, oh, I'll just do another level of Tartarus. Let me just do one more floor of Tartarus. I just kept going and going and going. But man, I'm enjoying this. It's my first time playing Persona 3. Well, let me rephrase that. I have tried Persona 3 before, but I've always got to, after you do like that little tutorial when you first go into Tartarus, you do like the first floor, and then after that, they like kind of kick you out. I've always gotten to that point and then just stop. I don't know, for whatever reason. The last time was because I was playing Persona 3 Portable on Xbox Game Pass, and then that rumor came out with that video that showed Persona 3 Reload, and I was like, okay, this looks real, so I'm gonna just stop, wait, and I'll wait till the remake came out. Of course, it came out, and I'm enjoying it. How far are you in it, Ash? Because I seen you've been playing it.
I've been sweating hard in that game. I think I'm at a point that I'm like too over leveled, and I haven't even touched the first full moon boss fight yet, which that's concerning because
Yeah,
it was. I don't know. Like I picked hard, so I thought that the difficulty was gonna be hard.
yeah,
At the beginning, it was, but like since I'm already used to on how Persona 3 used to play, I'm more expecting them to give me breadcrumbs. But now they're a lot more generous than before compared to the other iterations of
yeah.
Persona 3. So I think for my next playthrough, I might take my I'm gonna dip my toe into Merciless and see where that goes for me. But yeah, game's really good. Game's really fun. I think one of the biggest improvements that they made so far is that every time you do like a rank up in your social link, they actually have full voice acting sections with for each character, which that's big. That's a huge improvement. Which I hope that carries over to newer Persona projects and stuff, because I'm kind of tired of lack of voices for certain characters and stuff. I want them to have a bigger budget for voice actors, hire more of those, and just put whatever voice you can into so some of the dialogue and stuff,
Yeah.
especially for all the social links, because now it's I already like all the social links. It's just with voices now, it's even more engaging, more fun to listen to and watch as well. So
Yeah.
um
What up, geek?
def-
Welcome to the podcast.
what's up, geek? There's also a good amount of inspiration that they took from Persona 5, like the shifting, for example. That's very much a baton pass. Graphics looks like the cell shading looks like phenomenal in
Yep.
Unreal Engine. Like I'm extremely impressed with that. Hats off to them for that. Overall, game's really fun. Feels like they make Persona 3 easier compared to earlier iterations, but
Yeah.
hey, they're trying to get people into the series, which I can understand. I was just hoping like the higher difficulties was a bit more challenging, I guess. So that's all I got to say for that, if anything.
Yeah, I did read somewhere that a lot of people are complaining that it's easier than like usual. Even
Oh yeah.
yeah, I was talking with somebody and they even said the same thing, that it does feel easier because they're also playing Persona 3 Fez like next at the same time, so they're going back and forth between the two. And he's like, yeah, it's definitely a lot easier. Which I've noticed that too, because typically in Persona games, like even sometimes I may struggle here and there. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's early on, but like I feel like it's a lot easier. I'm just here hitting the weaknesses, and then of course with shift, which is the baton pass, I can go do a weakness to one person, pass it to somebody else that has some another element, and then do a weakness there, and then pass it to the next person, and then by the time there you're gone through everybody, and then you can do an all-out attack, and yeah, and then you're done pretty much. So I've been
Yeah.
now I do see that, but I'll wait to see. Hopefully it gets harder.
Well, let's see
Mhm.
how they did the final boss, because the final boss was one of the most pain in the
Yeah.
butt things I ever dealt with in any final boss.
But I think
Because
it's because you
I
couldn't control your characters at the time, and they would do like
well
stupid moves.
in my first playthrough, yes.
Yeah.
Second playthrough, even with the modded version of Fez with
Hmm.
the control party, it was still a bit of a pain, because one of the final boss's final attacks is pretty much a really powerful move that gives
Yeah.
you any random stats alignment, and if you get every party member like charmed, aggravated, you can't really do anything with it at that
Yeah.
point. So you're just praising the god
Mm.
whether or not they break out of that cycle and stuff, and
Mm.
which it could be also be a pain too. So but the other thing I also did notice is that I think they took out the fatigue mechanic,
Yeah.
which it was very prevalent in
Yeah.
Fest, and
They did take
that
that
pretty
out.
much penalized you if you were like in Tartarus too long and stuff, and if you were fatigued, then your attack and defense like just drastically just plummets and stuff, which in short they're telling you to leave. So that way
Yeah.
you can recoup the next day, and sometimes some of your party members can become sick. Thus, you couldn't use them within the next time you explore, or wait until they actually recover
Mm.
from their sickness and stuff.
They like
I think,
mention it, but it doesn't do anything. Like it's just like
yeah,
a story thing. Like, oh, I feel
yeah,
tired.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
was hoping they will actually implement that to reload, but I guess not, because I've been like sweating from floor 1 to floor 22 up and down and stuff to look for all the gold hands to for further level up my characters, and like
Yeah.
of course I have Mitsuru telling me that you're really low on stamina, but I feel like there was like no like difference when it comes to like stat
Yeah.
debuffs or something like that. Even after when I left Tartarus, nobody felt stuck and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it will become more prevalent the more I play, more I progress through the story. But so far, it's just everything's definitely easier compared to the
Yeah.
older games. So
What about you, Bryant? How are you enjoying it?
So I've never played Persona 3 ever. My
Okay.
first Persona was the first one I ever played was Persona 4 Golden, and I couldn't get into it. It just kind of overwhelmed me with all the choices of how you have to spend your day, and like should you do this and do that.
Yeah.
And then so I put it down a couple times, and then I finally got into Persona 5. And when I played Persona 5, a lot of the systems kind of were fleshed out, and I kind of understood what the game was trying to get you to do. And so after I beat 5, then I went back and beat 4 Golden, and then I beat Royal and everything. So I love Persona, but I have to say, like, I'm only like, I don't know, a week or two in game wise as far as like where I am in the story. Like I'm not
Hmm.
far at all into it, so I take all of what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I will say it does look beautiful. My favorite shot so far is probably in the front of the school with like these giant cherry blossom trees. Like it's like
Yeah.
breathtaking how beautiful that looks. But and the music's really fun and everything, and the graphics and everything. But the only thing so far that's kind of bummed me out a little bit, and I'm really hoping that this kind of just maybe it gets addressed in the story later on, and I'm just not aware of it, is that I feel like in Persona 4 they did this really awesome job of like you're the new kid coming to the town and you meet these friends at school, and then
Yeah.
you guys have a murder at your school or around your school or in the town or whatever, and then these things keep on happening. You get involved with Juness, and like you guys like come together to become this like try to solve this mystery of like
Yeah.
all this stuff. And then 5, same thing, where you something really crappy happens at your school, and then you have to go into the dude's heart and turn it around, and all the other things. Like it just felt very organic with like how everybody kind of came together. And in 3, it just feels kind of slapped together. Like, okay, I'm this kid coming to this town. I'm staying at this dorm, and there's this girl there, and they're gonna study me while I'm sleeping. And then it turns out there's these like shadows that are attacking the town, and I'm gonna join this paranormal team. And oh, the
Yeah.
guy from school that's really bubbly, he's gonna come live at the dorms and help us do this too. It just feels kind of like slapped together a little
Yeah.
bit more than what 4 and 5 did. And I'm not saying that I hate it or anything. I'm definitely gonna play through it. I love Persona, but I definitely am waiting for the story to kind of get a bit more organic. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What's up, Joe? Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, I mean, my take on that was always that they were studying you because they already had what's it called? Like they thought that you were,
Intel,
yeah, that you were like them. So that's why they were studying you, making sure that you did not turn into the coffin, which is why he was in that dorm to begin with. That's why he kind of makes the joke like, "Oh, look, it looks like you don't have to go to a different room. You can stay there," because the whole point was they knew that he was one of them to begin with. And then the whole thing with Junpei like joining you was that Akihiko found him, just kind of like found him there, and it's like, oh, he didn't turn into a coffin, so he should come in with him. But I do agree because there's a part where like he has a persona already, and it's like how do you know that? Like because he said not
right?
everybody has a persona. Because the guy, I forgot what the teacher guy's name is. He's referring to them saying not everybody has a persona, but he knew Junpei had a persona. It's like okay,
And then the
like
girl at the beginning is like freaking out about using the gun to summon her
yeah,
persona, and it's like if they're like this, like has she never done it before? Like they're these
yeah,
paranormal
No, she's never
fighters,
done
and
it.
it's like, yeah, I know
yeah.
she's never done it, but it's like, how has she been training? Like just with her bow? Like
I guess
I
so.
don't know,
Yeah.
just interesting.
Yeah, that too. That I never understood because you do see that first cutscene where she's like in the dorm and she's like, "Okay, I can do this," and like that was it. And again, I haven't gotten into the story, so like Ash would be the only one that would know
Yeah,
this. And
I I
those
I practically like know like pretty much the entire timeline of
yeah,
it and stuff.
Does it come
What
together nice, Ash?
yes, it does. It
it
does.
does.
Okay.
Okay,
Everything
don't
does come
spoil
together.
it. Don't spoil it.
I
So
I won't. I won't. Don't worry. Don't worry as much.
yeah, I'm excited to play it though. Like I agree, like graphically it looks impressive
Likewise.
on the Steam Deck though, because the reflections are ray traced. Yeah, like I was playing it and I had the reflections on because I did the default settings, which was high, reflections on and everything. I was like, okay, it went through. Once you got to when it turned into the dark hour and you go to where the what is it? Where like the food stuff is, like the food
Yeah,
court area.
I know what you're talking about.
Like, yeah, dude, man, that the frame rate went from like 40 because I had capped it at 40 for battery life. It went from 40 to like 22, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh man. And then the minute I shut off reflections, it went back up to 40.
it's
Um,
kind of Atlas's fault for not like disclosing on that we're using ray trace reflections in their
yeah,
game in the PC version of the game. I don't know about the console versions that they're
yeah.
using ray trace
I
reflections
think
between
console version is also
performance
using.
and quality.
Yeah,
So
I think console version is because according to somebody I talked to, they said yeah, in all versions of the game, all reflections are ray traced, so they're not like screen space reflection or anything like that. Which I don't
yeah,
mind, but it's like man, like on the Steam Deck, I have to play with it off. It's kind of a bummer, but I know Valve Disc did an update that actually improved it by I think like 7 frames, which just means a lot,
I
right? From
mean,
22 to 29, you get 30, so you can get that solid 30 now with reflections if you want to play
I,
at 30.
I did look at the differences and stuff. I kept
Hmm.
turning it on and off. I didn't.
Yeah,
To me, I
it's
just
very
think it
minimal.
was more worth the quality difference when it comes to
Yeah,
reflection stuff. Maybe you get the reflections off like the bloody puddles or from the
yeah,
mirrors, but it's not worth like 20 or 30 frames lost, to be
yeah,
perfectly honest with you. So
yeah.
I just left
It's
that off.
it's weird. Yeah, I left it off too. I'm not playing with it on because even in Tartarus though, there's places where on the Steam Deck it just drops. So like you'll go through like these bigger areas, and then the frame rate goes from 40 down to like 28, 27 for
Hmm.
whatever reason. But then when you get into battle, it's back to 40, and of course once you pass that small area, it goes back to 40. And there are just micro like spaces in Tartarus that do that. it's awkward. I mean, hopefully once that, because that's only in the preview build of SteamOS. Hopefully when the official build comes out, like it will be a little bit better and I can play it and there won't be any frame rate drops at all. But we'll see. But other than that, it plays good on the Steam Deck. So if you're thinking of playing it on Steam Deck, plays good. Plays even better on the ROG Ally because I saw a video and definitely plays better on the ROG Ally. You can play it at 720p at like 80 or 90 to 100 FPS on ROG Ally, which is nice. With reflections on. So that's actually pretty big when you compare it to the Steam Deck. But real quick, I also want to mention Granblue Fantasy Relink. I've been playing it as well. Did a stream, loving it. Actually, after you get past like um that first area, it's actually really good. I mean that first area is really good and fun as well. But like once you get past that, the story kind of picks up. So now it's like, yeah, I can't wait to play. Unfortunately, I gotta wait every Friday to play because I'm streaming it. But it's really good. I can't wait. I know, Bryant, you've played it. Did you beat it already? The story? Oh no! Oh
Yeah, I was about
yeah.
to say, like
No.
the game just came out, right?
Well,
What's his name
PlayStation
did?
users
Shu
got it.
beat it, right?
Yeah, Shu beat it already. The game came
Yeah.
out, I think what, Monday for PS5 players, right?
Yeah,
they got-
something like that.
They got like a week early or something.
Yeah,
you're talking about last Monday. Okay, all right, interesting.
Well, yeah, the Monday they just passed. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got it where PC players and non like pre-order or non special edition people had to wait till Thursday. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna say Ash?
I was just saying. I still see people on my list still playing. Like
Yeah.
a good 4 or 5 of them playing Granblue Fantasy Relink. So
Oh, because
if
the
anything-
multiplayer.
Because of the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Oh,
the multiplayer has
okay.
like a you take quests and it's like Monster Hunter-ish. So like there's like different bosses. You can unlock a
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff. So there's a big like post game element to it where you fight
I
a lot
mean,
of harder people.
Irregardless, I feel like it's a good healthy amount of people that are playing
Mm-hmm.
Granblue. Meanwhile, a good healthy amount playing Persona 3 Reload. It's
Yeah.
like a good 50-50 at that
Yeah.
standpoint. So it's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, and I think we need Granblue
Um,
games. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's really strange. What it kind of reminds me of is that game that came out that I finished. What is it? Deedlit in Labyrinth. That game based on Record of Lodoss War. That like Castlevania kind of like game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
it's a
PS4. Yeah, Metrovania.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
playing that on my
like
Steam Deck
where
right now.
it's super good. And like how when you start the game, you're kind of like in the middle of their adventures, and there's like a whole thing that like those characters like have a whole thing, like a whole history, and that's kind of like what Granblue feels like where you jump in, it's like they have all these adventures and they've known each other for years,
Yeah.
and it feels a little weird getting in the middle of those relationships and not really knowing. I mean, like
What's
you get
going
like
on.
some lore dumps and stuff, but like
Yeah.
they have this established relationship. All these characters do, and you're like kind of coming in as like the new person. Whereas most games, they kind of you kind of collect characters as you go along and like
Yeah.
one by one, and it's a lot more like from the beginning. I will say it's a great RPG, right, James?
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Like
That action combat, right? That real time action combat. Great game.
it's real
Great
good
RPG.
I feel some shade right now.
It's
Feel
a
some
real
shade.
good RPG. Yeah. It's not like
Yeah, okay.
it's not like another game where it's less RPG and more
Which,
just
by
action.
the way, I just beaten the game. It's more of an RPG than an action. If you want to speed run it, I can tell you that much. I actually beaten it. So.
I was still
I just had to itch
disagree,
it. I'm
like-
sorry.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess you could consider Devil May Cry an RPG then, right?
As much as this, I mean, I think I like the battle system in Granblue. Like, it's fun. It does kind of feel kind of Musou-y a little bit after a while. Like, I was kind of thinking about that when I was playing it.
You know, somebody else said the
Um,
same thing, and I don't get that vibe from it at all. But somebody else said the same thing, that they felt like it felt Musou. He's like, no, like Musou's like
I like it though.
millions of
I don't
people
care.
after you.
Yeah,
doing
you
the same
fight like
thing.
millions all at once and do a whole bunch of
Yeah.
ultimates at once. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, because it's
But
like
yeah, I like it.
Like I mean, I could see it because it could also feel like Persona 5 Strikers, which I actually really enjoyed. I
Right.
thought Strikers was great. To me it felt like almost like Final Fantasy VII's like combat style, where to use your persona like stops the game, and then you can choose the list and then do the attack, which I like. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, Granblue. I feel like
The dragon's annoying.
the what? Oh, the dragon, the
Dragons.
lizard,
The
You mean
voice.
the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it? Vern. It's a perfect
Yeah.
name for an annoying little dragon.
Yeah. Um, yeah, one of the things about the game is that you have to watch the anime. Because I watched the
Mm.
anime and then I went into playing this, I kind of knew everything. And as you go through like levels, they have some banter. They're like, oh yeah, remember where you met Rackham here, or it looks like the place we met Rackham. And if you never watch the anime, you'll be like, I don't know. But if you watch the anime, you're like, oh yeah, it does look like that. Like where they found Lyria, they talked about that. Oh, this looks like the place where we found Lyria, like that very first area, the forest.
Mm.
They referenced that, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly like the place. So
I
they
know what they're
do try
talking
to,
about.
yeah, they do try to reference, but you have to watch the anime to kind of like understand it. But I do agree, there is that like Lost Odyssey. I like to compare to Lost Odyssey where it's just text and there's like a picture in the background and it tells you like what happened for
It's an
each
exposition
character.
dump.
Yeah, there is that thing that you can read. I
Mm.
did one of them. I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this. Like, forget that. Or you can hear it.
Yeah, it's
You
fine
can
with
hear it
me.
because they are voice acted, but
Mm.
it's too much. But yeah, Granblue Fantasy
It's
Relink.
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful game. It looks gorgeous on
Mm.
even on the Steam
Yep.
Deck. It kills your battery on the Steam Deck though, like an hour and a half, and that's it.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's only standard
Yeah.
and high setting. There's no like low or anything. Like the settings are very minimal to mess with, so you're kind of like screwed when it comes to that. You can't lower it.
Which
Mhm.
engine is he using?
Unreal, I thought maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
Yeah.
A way you can actually change extra stuff within the game, since it's under Unreal, just like in Persona 3 Reload, is that there's an engine.ini file, and you can actually add extra parameters to it, like disabling motion blur, disabling anti-alias,
Yeah, I
and
hate
all that
motion
kind of
blur.
stuff. It's hidden. Obviously, it's hidden.
Yeah.
If you want to put it like that, but it can definitely be done. You just gotta have to look at some guides on how to do it, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that hard to do. So
Yeah, I mean,
that could be your fix for the battery thing, if anything.
yeah, I mean, eventually I'll get either the ROG Ally or the MSI Claw. Which speaking of MSI Claw, let's actually go into that. One of our smaller news for the day is that MSI Claw might be coming out very soon. They MSI themselves, they just uploaded a video with a tutorial on how to set up the MSI Claw, and unless we're still a month plus away, I think it would be kind of dumb to just go ahead and post a video like that. So I say, wait around. It's already showing up on the MSI website in the US finally. So you can actually see the pricing, get notification emails on when it's available. And then this just got added as well. So I probably predict probably within the month it might come out, if not March. They did say by the end of Q1, and the end of Q1 is March. So I expect it coming out very, very soon, which I'm actually excited for. I probably will pick it up just to test it out and see if I like it. I'm not too sure because Arc GPUs, I've been watching like a lot of stuff on Arc GPUs recently, and yeah, I don't know if I want to, I get it, Arc GPUs are getting better, but I want something that I know is going to work and be reliable because that's the whole point of me getting that. But we'll see. I might pick it up just to give it a try, see how everything runs on it, and go from there.
James,
Yeah.
I have to tell you, me, Ash, and Fan, we haven't had a discussion, but I'm going to pretend that we did. This is an intervention for your handheld gaming PC desire and talk. And talk.
You just need to do it.
I think you just need to do it.
Just do it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's no like velvet room or something for me to go into and figure this out. So like
Yeah, and then you could combine handheld PCs and make your ideal one.
exactly. There we go.
Hey, if anything, I'll streamline this for you. Since you already know the ROG Ally is already been out on the market for a bit. It's on Windows, so you already know it's gonna work out of the box a bit better than the
Yeah.
Steam Deck. Just get the
It's
raw
AMD,
download.
like AMD.
Yeah,
So
I mean I do like AMD. My other debate now: do I go with a 5700X 3D or not? Which I think, yeah, because I was looking at performance like comparisons, and it's pretty good for AM4. Like, it's up
I know
there.
that.
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
for
it's like
250
10% faster than
bucks.
my CPU. My
Yeah.
father's currently using it because I helped him install it.
What
And
what
everything.
CPU do you have?
It's just the same one, but without the 3D.
Oh, okay.
5800X. Yeah, it's perfect. I love it. All the videos I render is like it gets done
Yeah.
within like less than 10 minutes. It's great.
Yeah.
I've been having the CPU since actually when it first came out because I've been waiting for it. So
Yeah. No, I've been wondering if I should get one, because it might be, I don't know, might make my
Next time it goes on
streams.
sale, just get the nicest one.
Yeah, I mean the ROG Ally has been on sale so many times, $100 off. I'm like, man,
I know you should have picked it up then, and then you
It's
could be
it's
holding it
$100
up.
off right now.
is it?
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
I didn't even
Go get
check
it.
again. I might have to
I
look
saw
at
it yesterday, like on Sunday. It was $100 off. I mean, it may not be
Or
more, but it
today?
was yesterday.
Do you
Let's
guys
go see.
know if you can change the shell of the RGL?
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
somebody has done that. Well, at least yeah, I think they did the whole
There,
shell.
JSOX has a backplate you can change
Mhm.
if you wanted to,
Okay.
which has a better copper heat
Yeah,
like plate on the back.
Oh, okay. So better cooling too. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the MSI clause, so we'll wait and see on that. In another bit of news, Spec Ops: The Line was removed from digital stores, and I think they said due to like copyright, right? There's like some licensing. I think it's the music that
Okay.
they got removed. Yeah.
You've got 3 hours to buy this ROG Ally because it is $100.
Yeah, it's on sale. I just looked. Yep.
Oh,
I
you just
looked,
looked.
Yeah. 3
We'll
hours.
see. I
It's
don't
on
know. The
Best Buy.
MSI clause still calling though, but hey, then maybe
I
it
don't
might be
wanna hear
two.
it, James.
Maybe when the MSI clause comes out, it goes $200 off because of competition, right?
Nah, maybe.
You never know. Who knows? Maybe they'll go 50% off. Like, no, just kidding. But yeah, Spec Ops: The Line it got removed from digital fronts, and I believe it's because of licensing issues. And this is always the worry about that all digital future. It's that games can eventually just disappear. I remember the first time that it actually hit me was when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 got removed from PS3 stores in the Xbox 360. And that I was bummed out about that because I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2, there were some other games that got removed at the same time. It was kind of a bummer.
Ultimate Alliance ended up getting both the Ultimate Alliance games
Yeah,
ended
those
up
were
getting
too.
removed.
Yeah. And it was just crazy. I was like, wow. And we're continuing to see this quite often. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Just one day, if Lotus Juice decides, hey, I don't want my music on Persona or something, or if they have a contract and he's just not part of it no more, they decide not to. They just pull all Persona games that have his music in it. Like, what do you think about this? We'll start with
Well,
let's start with Fan because we haven't heard from Fan a
Yeah.
lot.
sure.
I mean, it does kind of suck because it doesn't incentivize the developer to keep the game available if there's licensing issues. So
Yeah,
there's unfortunately not much we can do. Does also feel kind of like sometimes it feels like I mean, they have the right to do it, but the owner of the the music, whatever, has
Yeah.
the option to either pull it or ask for more money to renew the license.
yeah,
And it does kind of suck when they were like, hey, maybe they're trying to get more money, and especially if it's a like not as well known artist or music or something, because then they're like living off of those licensing fees, and then they're like, hey, it's about to renew, I'm gonna ask for some more money, and then that developer can be like, well, we can't afford it, so we're just gonna game's gone. Sorry.
yeah.
Especially since we're all going all digital now.
I do think it's kind of weird because I think Metal Gear Solid was the other thing that they removed the games from there because of music licensing as well.
I
But
thought it
it's
was the
like,
videos, the
was it
footage.
the videos?
I
Really?
thought it was like archival footage. I thought it was.
But I would assume archival footage is like free reign for everybody. But
Yeah, you'd think it would be free use, but yeah, I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Especially if it's historic. Like, I don't know, but yeah, that could be it. You could be right on that. But every time I think about like music licensing, I always think about like what's her name? Who does the Kingdom Hearts music? Why can't I think of her name?
Hikaru Utada.
Yes.
Yeah, Hikaru. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what about like if she if one day Kingdom Hearts has to get pulled because of her music? I don't know. I just hate that. I guess it's cool because if you already purchased the game, it'll still be like in your Steam library, so you can re-download it. It's just you can't purchase it anymore. And I guess it's no different from when a game goes out of print. It's just still like bothersome because what if one day you just want to pick it up and now you can't? But Ash, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's like one of those it's like one of those things where you got to push more harder for preservation when it comes to physical copies, even though it's looking pretty grim like right now with most of these companies trying to switch to a digital future and stuff. I think I think one good one that I've seen when it comes to like a certain old game that had like all these copyrighted music, but had to swap it with new music is GTA San Andreas on the PS2, because
Yeah.
when you play the radio, you heard all the copyrighted rap music and other things in there too. But when you play the either the Android version or the actual remaster of the game, you no longer hear that stuff in there because they couldn't afford to keep paying for the licenses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. Honestly, I feel which game got pulled down again? You said Spec Ops?
Spec Ops the line. Yeah.
Yeah, Spec Ops the line. So and the reason why was the music, right? Is what you said?
Yeah, I believe that's what was it? Is it 2K that I think publish it? They're the ones that put out the statement.
Well, honestly, I think they're gonna temporarily take it down and then bring it back up.
Yeah.
Just so they can like switch out the music for like other music into the game and put it back onto the Steam library.
Yeah.
It's still bad though. It's still bad. I'm not giving them any excuse about that, but at the same time, it's just it's quite the digital market's it's quite volatile when it comes to owning stuff these
Yeah.
days. I feel like the best way for you to own a digital game is going through GOG.com, because there's no
Mhm.
DRM related to it,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. Which, fun fact, I think one of the Metal Gear Solid games is on there. I don't
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, still there? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had a friend of mine that was trying to get me to download Metal Gear Solid 2 from GOG, but that wasn't there anymore. So I'm just
No.
like, man, that sucks. But yeah, it's there's not really much you can do about that, unfortunately. It's just, I think at the end of the day, the only way for this to change is to pretty much vote for your wallets, and that's pretty much it. So
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
I got a few thoughts about this. So I was listening to Sacred Symbols today, was a podcast with Colin Moriarty, formerly of IGN and Kind of Funny, and he had
Yeah.
a really kind of funny or interesting, I guess you could call it like a
Take.
not conspiracy theory, but
Okay.
just kind of like an interesting theory, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that like, okay, Spec Ops The Line came out in June of 2012.
Yeah.
So we're 4.5 months short of it being 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And you would think that like their licenses for the music or whatever wouldn't have been like an 11.5 year period. Like what he theorized was that like somebody from the music publishers or whatever, like, or like one of their lawyers let them know like, hey, this game you have, your licenses are expired 5 years ago, like you need to take this down now, because you would think that
Yeah.
if the licenses were expiring, 2K would put out a press release and say, hey, our licenses are expiring in 4 weeks, go and buy this now, because like you want people to have one more
Yeah.
chance to buy it, because that would be easy sales, right?
Yeah.
Like there'd be a flurry to go get it, but they just took it down like that. So in regards to, so that's one thing, and then the other thing I have to say about it is I'm a firm believer in the digital future. I haven't bought a physical game in probably like 5 or 6 years.
Mhm.
I do think that the way that licenses are doled out now are probably a lot different than what it was in 2012 or in the early 2010s, late 2000s, where digital was kind of still a novelty back then. It wasn't considered like the main way to get games. And I mean, you can see now that digital is the main way to get games, as publishers are foregoing having physical versions of games, and retailers are taking physical games off the shelves and stuff. So companies, I think, are a lot more aware of the fact that they can't have these things expire in 5 years, and then people just I just think it's less of an, I'm not saying that it can't happen now or it won't ever happen for things that are newer, but I just think that we are going to have probably a bevy of these games that came out in the late 2000s and early 2010s that have licensing issues that'll have to be addressed. He thinks also that they're going to, and this is kind of what you said, Ash, he thinks that they might do like a remaster of the game and like either renew the licenses or put new music in there, because it is considered kind of like a seminal game in the storyline department and a bunch of other things. So we'll see what happens, but it was pretty much a shock when they just totally dropped the axe on it without giving anybody the opportunity to pick it up.
Yeah, but I want to say I think Metal Gear Solid was almost the same too. It was just out of nowhere they announced that it was gone. It wasn't like Forza, because Forza they usually announce ahead of time that
Yeah.
this game won't be no longer available, and they clearly say because the car licenses expired, which is typically why Forza games get removed. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because you get a new Forza game anyway, so it's like, that's not a big deal. Or this, it is kind of a big deal. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a remaster might come because, like you said, it is notable. A lot of people praised it. I remember when it first came out, it's a big thing. I played it because I believe it was free with PlayStation Plus. That's how I got it because I know I never paid for the game, but it was free through PlayStation Plus, I believe, or it might have been Xbox Live Gold, one of those two, and that's the way I played it. And yeah, it was a good game. I remember playing like old school Spec Ops like on PS1, and what I really liked about
Those like
that,
$10 games.
yeah, it was multiplayer, which I liked. So it was like split screen multiplayer. And it was a fun game because you can play with your brother and go through, kind of like how Rainbow Six used to be multiplayer, and it was fun to go ahead and infiltrate a house together. Versus the multiplayer now, it's not the same. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll have to
That
wait to
guy
see.
is writing Wolverine.
What is it?
The guy that wrote Spec Ops: The Line is
Yeah.
who's writing Wolverine, the
The
Wolverine
game?
game by
By Insomniac.
Insomniac. Yeah.
Interesting. Might be pretty good then. We'll have to wait and see. So let's go ahead and move along with the Sony State of Play. State of Play happened on Wednesday, and I thought it was pretty good. Like a 7 out of 10 or so. But there was quite a bit of announcements. Starting off with, I'm going off the PlayStation blogs list because they have a list here of everything they announced, and they're not in the order that they were showed off. But we're gonna go off this list. I'm gonna read the games first, and then we'll talk about the games after the fact. But Dave the Diver showed off a Godzilla DLC, which I believe it's already available on like PC and Switch. It's just now becoming available on PlayStation. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. So the official title of Death Stranding 2 is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. They show some more Dragon's Dogma 2 gameplay, which looks really good. Foam Stars, they showed off some stuff about Foam Stars, some season information that comes out on PlayStation Plus, I believe this upcoming Friday. So yeah, I mean, it's a good way to try it out. Helldivers 2 showed off more about that. Judas, which is basically Bioshock, just Judas. It's from the creators of Bioshock. Was pretty good. And I think they said, correct me if I'm wrong, they said that's 2025, right? So it's not even coming out this year. It's coming out next year.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so it's like, in my opinion, I'm in that thing like you shouldn't have showed it to begin with. Legendary Tales, which was a VR game that looked, I don't know. Metro Awakening, which is a VR game as well, or it's actually called Metro Awakening VR. Rise of the Ronin showed off more Rise of the Ronin stuff. Looks great. Looks amazing. I mean, it's basically Assassin's Creed / Samurai. So it's like, I don't know, it feels closer to Assassin's Creed than Ghost of Tsushima did. Mixed with like the Neo elements. Looks great. Love it. Or loving it rather. Silent Hill: The Short Message, which was free and available to play. And then they show off some more Silent Hill 2 with the caption "in development," which is like, we all knew it was in development. Like, why would you show a trailer just to announce it's in development again?
Yeah, I have some comments about that one, to be honest, but I don't know.
Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, that was leaked. We talked about it last podcast that it looks like this was gonna come out, and sure enough, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, a whole new shadow section, levels built from the ground up, which couldn't be seen because when you compare the footage of Sonic Generations and then you see the shadow footage, like the shadow footage is like night and day difference between that and Sonic Generations. Like the shadow footage looks like Frontier footage in terms of like graphics, and then Generations looks like the actual Generations. Stellar Blade, which made the whole internet go crazy. Until Dawn, which was, I think that was leaked that there was going to be a PS5 version. Oh, it got delisted. That's what it was. And sure enough, PS5 version of Until Dawn. V Rising, which I thought was OG Legacy of Kain, because it reminded me similar to it, but that they showed off that. And then what's it called? ZZZ Zen. What's the name, Ash? Because you said you played the beta, right?
Yeah.
Zenless
Zone Zero.
Yeah. They showed off some more about that and saying that it's coming to PS5, which I thought was already announced, but it said in development for PS5 as well, which was again.
Oh yeah, I forgot they never announced the release. It's so weird with that development, man. I don't know. That's weird.
The only like real release date that I can think of that we got was Stellar Blade at April 26th. Sonic and Shadow Generations was fall. I think it said fall, or maybe I made that up.
No, it was fall.
It was fall. Okay, yeah, and I think everything else we already knew was coming out. Like Dragon's Dogma 2, Rise of the Ronin, Legendary Tales. I guess Death Stranding 2. They didn't give a release date, right? They said 2025 for that.
2025.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I feel like that Death Stranding 2 thing took too much time from the state of play.
Ash, I think you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Oh, seriously?
No,
I was joking.
Oh, okay.
I love Death Stranding.
Yeah, no offense to Kojima. It's just I feel like they've. The thing is, Kojima already has like a lot of clout, a lot of following behind him when it comes to Death Stranding to begin with. I just didn't think it was necessary for him to take that much time in the state of play. That's my issue.
I mean, he had like a lot of Kojima stuff on the state of play.
Yeah.
A lot of Kojima IPs. Or Konami IPs.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Konami. You had Silent Hill.
Konami, Kojima.
Yeah. I guess Silent Hill's technically Silent Hill 2 is technically
that was
Kojima's
his
story.
thing, but
yeah,
that was his thing. But like the Silent Hill thing, the remake, we'll get to that later. It's just I feel like there could have been like other games that would have been like shown, or like new games that have been announced in state of play instead of just showing us 3 to 4 minutes. I don't know if it was like that long, but probably longer for from that Death Stranding 2 stuff, because honestly they could have just upload that onto their channel and everyone would have flocked to it,
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, most of it was the announcement. Well, I guess it wasn't most of it, but the announcement of the new game that he's also coming out, which is a new action espionage game, which I got excited for because Metal Gear Solid is unique, and I guess the closest you get to a Metal Gear game is Splinter Cell, which Ubisoft doesn't care about anymore either. So I'm excited to play another action espionage games because I think I'm trying to think which came out first. No, Metal Gear Solid 5 would have been the last one because there hasn't been any Splinter Cell since the PS3 era, if I remember correctly. Blacklist would have been the last one, and I'm kind of excited to see where that goes. I haven't played Death Stranding, so I do get what you're getting at. Let me rephrase that. I started it. I haven't finished it. And the only thing is because when I played Death Stranding, in my head I'm like, I just want to play Metal Gear Solid, and Death Stranding is not Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
it's a totally different game. But I know a lot of people like it. Bryant likes it. I had Jesse, who originally restarted the channel with me. He was a big fan. That was his game of the year when the PS5 version came out. What was it called? The enhanced edition or whatever they called that one? Director's cut. There we go.
Or edition or whatever.
Yeah, he was a big fan about that, and he was the one that was like, "You gotta play it." And eventually I will. One year, I will get to it. But yeah, I get it. Like some people weren't happy about Kojima. I think he's just brilliant at storytelling. People hate on like how Metal Gear Solid was told. I thought it was great. Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes, but I enjoyed it.
There was no hate dished at Death Stranding. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that like
there was a lot.
We already know that Death Stranding 2 is already coming out as it is, and judging from what I was watching the trailer, it kind of looked like that they already have, like I said, release date maybe for this year or sometime early next year, but it's still like the vague 2025 thing. It felt like to me they got like literally got a good amount of stuff done. I felt like the development was like probably 80% done in that, right? And like after all that, you're gonna give us 2025. I'm like, okay, I guess. All right. I would have seen like a cool announcement or CGI trailer for the new action espionage game that Kojima mentioned. I'd rather see that more than anything, right? Because I want to see something new.
Honestly,
that might not be far enough along though.
Yeah, that's probably like a PS6 game or something. And I think they were hinting at it because that last shot, it said what, Fizzant, I think it's the code name for it. Like and they have like what is it? Is it what I'm trying to think. The last shot, so Columbia Pictures, there we go. It's Columbia Pictures mixed with PlayStation. They said it was gonna be, quote me or correct me if I'm wrong, Bryant. Like it's a blend of like not live action but cinematic quality with gameplay, right? Or they're calling it like interactive, like
sounds like PS6,
something like that.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
Like an amalgamation.
Yeah, which I wouldn't mind. Like what's that game? Quantum Break on Xbox One was actually pretty good. I like the live action.
Or Alan Wake 2.
With that. I guess Alan Wake 2 does that. I haven't played Alan Wake 2 yet, but yeah, that does do that. as well. And like Quantum Break, I really enjoyed, which is also
Control, yep.
Remedy. Was Control live action too? They had live action.
There was some live action. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so like those were kind of cool. Quantum Break though had like full episodes in the game because you would do a part of a game and then after that you had like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of watching the show, and then you would go back because remember originally Quantum Break was going to be a separate show in the game and they were supposed to go side by side, but that never came out. So instead they actually added the show inside the game. If you haven't played Quantum Break, give it a try. But literally there's parts you play a level and then you're watching like a 20-30 minute episode of a show with the actual actors, and then you play a level, which I think Lance isn't Lance Reddick in it too? He's one of the like directors or something like that.
Littlefinger's in it.
Yeah, I know Littlefinger's in it. He's the main bad guy, which is funny every time I see him. That's all I think. He's in it, and then of course you had Iceman. I forgot what his name is.
Are you sure it's Iceman? Or are you sure
it's not his brother? It's not his brother.
Is
it's
it
Iceman.
Sean, like
Sean
Sean
Late is PS5
something
or
more.
PlayStation.
Sean something more.
Ashmore.
Yeah. No, it's him. It's not his brother.
Okay.
They look
they're both
alike.
Actors, and they're
Yeah.
twins. So
Yeah.
you know.
No, it's him. Yeah, because his brother's in Lock and Key, or I think it's called Lock and Key or something like that, some TV show. But anyways, yeah, like it's gonna be interesting to see how they do that, because Kojima, we do know Kojima wants to do live action. Like, he's always want to be like a director of a movie.
director.
Yeah. But his stories are always amazing. Like Metal Gear Solid was the way it was told was amazing.
He would not do good as a movie director.
You don't think so?
You
No.
don't think so?
Why not?
Why you think so?
I think with his style of like storytelling, he'd be better for TV.
Yeah, I agree with that,
Because you have to pack so much information into a movie, and you have to cut out so much stuff.
Yeah.
He puts so much detail into everything he does that he would want to tell every single story and every single point of view that a TV series would work way better for him.
That's true.
Netflix original.
Dude,
that's why I think like he would be horrible as a movie director, because then like the story would just be like chopped up.
Yeah,
I don't know about
he won't be able to fully convey it.
I mean, it wouldn't be as good as it could be.
Well, we'll see.
I agree. I think TV would be a better medium, though.
I guess we'll be able to see because he's doing the Death Stranding movie, isn't he? Like that's what's coming out soon. So
with A24.
Yeah. So we'll be able to see how he does.
Yeah.
It all depends, really. It's just if he's able to, like, I don't know. It's a weird topic.
He shouldn't do a Death Stranding movie. Should do original idea IP, because it's
he's not the actors.
I know, but video game movies don't always tend to do very well.
Because I think
lately they have been.
Yeah, that's true. Lately they have.
The one that has been doing the best. Not everyone loved it, but I mean I liked it a lot. Was
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
I thought
that was a TV show. It wasn't a movie because they could do world building slowly.
I thought a good amount of people liked the Last of Us TV show. Am I wrong? Or
I mean, it's like I would say it's like 50-50.
Yeah, I think
it's nominated for Emmys.
70-30 or something.
Yeah, I think like regular people, non-gamers, really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of gamers were kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
Some of them liked it, some of them don't. I liked it a lot.
My biggest complaint about it was just not enough. I forget what they're called. Like the enemies.
Freakers.
No, Freakers
are from Freakers is Days Gone.
Yeah, I'd say like that's not there. Not enough
clickers.
Like whatever they're called. Well, clickers are a type of the zombie
but the
thingies.
Zombies,
whatever they're called, the fungi. I don't know. They have
the infected.
Well, I mean, we got they call them clickers, but then they got the bloaters, which are the bloated ones.
The big ones, yeah. But they did say in their season 2 that they are going to do a lot more of that, because they did feel that they didn't put enough of that in there.
Well, I mean, they've already kind of built up the background of all the characters and stuff like that, so now they can kind of go more into like the world, and do more actiony stuff.
But
weren't they called like cordyceps or something?
That's the fungus.
The fungi, that's the fungi.
That's the scientific name for the fungus.
Not enough weird things, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna just call them zombies. Not enough zombies. But yeah, I mean, what was everybody's highlight for the state of play? Like for me, I was really excited for the Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, because I like Sonic Generations. Dragon's Dogma 2, I didn't care for it because I'm gonna get it. I enjoy it. It looks great. I'm excited for it. Rise of the Ronin, I do like what they showed off for it. It has me even more excited because there was more gameplay that they showed off. Um, Foam Stars looks amazing. Not really. No, I'm just kidding. But I might try it out because it's free on PlayStation Plus. So why not, right? The only thing it's gonna cost me is some time. Uh, but for me, the highlights either is a cross between Sonic Cross Shadow Generations or Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade has actually got me, how can I put it, surprised because I said this before on the podcast. I felt like this game wasn't a real game, that it's just a tech demo and they'll continuously.
Felt like vaporware.
Yeah. And I felt like it was going to be like that because a lot of times you'll get these cool looking games that are shown off and then they never exist.
Just like Wukong, right?
Yeah, I thought Wukong was the same way because I'm like, no, this is too good to be true. And sure enough, both of them are real games. So I'm excited that they're both coming out. This just has like a Nier feeling to me. And I really like Nier Automata. I thought it was great. Nier Replicant, I've been playing through it slowly, but it's also great. And yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down to play it. Hopefully it plays as good as it looks, but we'll wait and see. But that was my highlight. Like, what was everybody else's highlight? What about you, fan? Let's start with you.
I would probably say Sonic Generations for sure because I miss a good Sonic game.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun. Like the whole Shadow thing was awesome. Like was it his first appearance with Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Yeah. And I love that game so much. Playing on the GameCube and doing the little battle royale multiplayer. So I'd probably say that's the one that I'm most excited for to play. And then Stellar Blade looks fine.
Yeah.
The game looks like visually it looks great. I just don't know. We didn't see a ton of like gameplay to see. They showed a little bit, but not like really in depth about how it actually works up. Whereas in like Rise of the Ronin, you kind of saw a lot more.
Yeah.
So I'm probably more excited for Rise of the Ronin than I would be for Stellar Blade.
Yeah. That's fair. Like you're right. Like the shots that they showed were in the middle of the action, where
it seemed
Rise
like it
of the
was like
Ronin showed a lot.
catered.
Yeah,
it was like catered to the state of play. Like it was just like we're just gonna show you little snippets.
Yeah, where Rise of the Ronin looks like somebody just connected a PS5 to a capture card and like, here, watch how this works. Yeah, I agree with you. Quick side note: the trailer that they showed off for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. Did you hear it has Live and Learn?
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it's
Thank God.
I got real excited.
Yeah, it's like they showed it off, and how it's like the red and the blue like hedgehog kind of logo, like Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah,
and then it's Live and Learn is playing.
Trailer's already out, or
it's like a teaser trailer, just saying that it just says like December 2024. But yeah, and even what's his name? Is his name like John or whatever from Crush 40? He retweeted it. It's like, oh, this sounds familiar. And people are thinking that maybe they might add Crush 40 part of it. Maybe he's doing the main song. Who knows?
They need to. I don't know why they didn't do that for the for the first two movies. Like
just for people who are not on Twitch. Twitch is on an ad right now, so people are watching on YouTube. Just be aware.
Oh yeah, it's auto trader ad.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, and they have like those audio ads now too, which is
Oh yeah, okay. I thought my stuff was glitching, but those were audio ads.
Yeah, they have audio ads now. It's interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, when I first heard that, I was like, oh snap, Live and Learn. Maybe the whole opening we'll hear Escape from the City. Could you imagine that? Like that's the first scene.
Oh my God.
That'd be hype.
Yeah.
If they got everything, oh my. Yo, I would just be nuts over the movie. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think they also casted Maria already, so it looks like they're doing the Shadow story. Because I mean I could be wrong. Maybe it was a fake post, but I think they casted Maria already.
I wonder how they're gonna handle that certain scene. I'm just curious. I mean, have they already gotten a rating for the movie already, or?
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's true because she gets shot. Well, I guess I wouldn't.
They could do something different with her death, or maybe they could do something drastically different because remember, it's a different universe.
Yeah.
So they could just kept her alive and be like one of those damsel with distress type of deals for Shadow.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
they could keep her around just to like his reasoning for staying around.
Yeah. I honestly, knowing that this is like more geared towards kids, I could definitely see that happening. you know. So it makes a lot of sense.
I just want to know who's doing Shadow's voice. Like, is it
Good
Jason
question.
Griffin? Because like
Anakin Skywalker.
I mean, I've
That's
heard
the
that.
rumor I keep seeing, and I'm just like, man, that's interesting. That's an interesting
Can
choice.
he do a
I'll say that
Shadow
much.
voice though? Like a Shadow has a unique voice.
You never know.
Like
You never know.
If you're not with me, you're my enemy, or whatever he says. And,
Yeah.
You never know. Like if they're gonna go down that route, I'm willing to hear them out and see what can you do with Shadow, right?
No.
So I'm just and if they're going to stick with Jason Griffith just to be safe, that's perfectly fine too. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So
Yeah. I mean, if it is Hayden Christensen, just try to be like Jason Griffin, like because he was basically copying the guy who did Shadow originally, and he sounds very similar to him. But like, you have to like keep that route. Like, I couldn't picture like Shadow, man, like Shadow sounding like Anakin. I couldn't picture that. That would just be too weird. All right, yeah, it's a little bit off topic.
it's fun.
Brian, what was your favorite announcement? That's not Death Stranding 2.
Got him.
Man. Okay. So, I have a few thoughts on the state of play. One is that I really dig the vibe of Stellar Blade. I think that it doesn't have the isolation of Nier Automata.
Yeah.
It has the combat-ish of Nier Automata, but it kind of has more of like an art style of like Rage, just kind of like this like post-apocalyptic wasteland with like these weird looking humans or whatever, but it's kind of like futuristic. Like, I just really dig the vibe, and the main characters look really cool, and it just looks like it's kind of dripping with a really cool style, and kind of like what you said before, I'm really happy that it's not vaporware. It's actually a real thing that's coming. I do have to touch on Death Stranding 2 though, just because I platinumed Death Stranding twice. I platinumed it on PS4, playing it through all the way, and I platinumed it on PS5, going through it all the way. I didn't do any trophy transfers. I adore Death Stranding. It's in my top 5 or top 10 easily. It's just such an original concept. The universe is amazing. The story is really cool. It's dripping in pretension, but in the best possible way, like the way that I like it, where it's just like a bunch of just insane stuff that you just don't see really in any sort of medium. Like, yeah, it's a game about dropping off packages, but I mean, just like when that puppet, or when that ventriloquist dummy or whatever, that puppet, I don't know what we called, came out, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so in for this, and it looks beautiful.
He just reminded me of the puppet from Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, Slappy.
Yeah,
right, Slappy. Yeah,
that's the old. Every time I saw that, that's all I kept thinking about was the puppet from Goosebumps. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But that is easily my most anticipated game. It just looks like it picks up the ball where Death Stranding finished, and it's gonna keep going. Sonic Adventure looked really great as well. I mean, not Sonic Adventure. Sonic Generations. Yes, yeah, that looks great. The Sonic Generations game is considered one of the best Sonic games in the last 15 years, easily, if not like the best. I'm trying to think of anything else that really was great. I mean, Rise of Rome looks pretty cool. I just am a little worried about the Souls aspect of it. It looks a little too hardcore for me. And that's pretty much what I thought. It was a solid state of play. It wasn't mind blowing, but we leave those for those what do you call it? Presentations or whatever. It's not a state of play.
Nintendo Directs.
Yeah, well, what's Sony's version called of like a Nintendo Direct? It's not a state of play.
State of play is
else.
usually that. Yeah, the state of
I
play.
thought they have a fancier name.
Well, they have the, what is it called? PlayStation Presents or something like that. But I think that's for
that's what I'm
party.
thinking of, like E3. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's only for their third party, I believe. But yeah, you know what I thought was funny too, that got reminded while you were talking about it, how Kojima actually had to come out and say that they purposely put the doll thing's frame rate to be that frame rate. I was like, I would assume everybody would have known, like, yeah, they did that on purpose to look like claymation, because that's the first thing I thought about it. Like
stop motion.
Yeah, and he said that's why he did it for it. I guess people just thought that the frame rate was just bad.
Yeah, I thought that was like a art type of thing.
Exactly.
They wanted. Wait, most people thought it was like a frame rate issue?
Yeah, apparently it did, because he had to come out and say it. He's like, we chose to do this. I'm like, I mean, I thought that was, you can tell, because there's no reason.
You can easily tell. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Who we at now? Ash, right? Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Literally, the biggest highlight was literally the Sonic Cross Shadow, because like that threw me. So to begin with, like I legit thought like when I first saw the trailer that it was going to be like a Sonic remaster. So I'm like, cool. I guess we're gonna get like an updated version of Sonic Generations with better fidelity graphics, higher frame rate, and so on and so forth. But no, I mean, rumors were half right, because yeah, we're getting Sonic Generations, but with a lot more content with Shadow and stuff. And I feel like they did that because they're trying to really build all the hype for the Shadow movie that's coming out this year, at the end of this year, which makes a lot of sense, which I'm all for. I have no complaints. Have no complaints from me, because based on the gameplay I saw to begin with, they actually brought back Black Doom. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like they're actually grabbing some stuff from Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, which I would say this much: good on people do not like. It's I feel like Shadow Hedgehog pretty much shares the same sentiment as 06 when it comes to how people don't like it. So
Yeah.
I can definitely understand that. Hot take: I actually do like the game.
Yeah.
Back then when I was playing it as a kid, and then today I still love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that was my biggest highlight. Rise of the Ronin. That was a fun thing to watch. I just like the whole like showcase on how you're able to traverse throughout the entire village itself. So I'm like, that looks pretty damn cool. I might did they give a release date for that? I think they did.
March 22nd, same day as Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, so like that was like great, awesome. I might try to pick it up. It just really depends. I don't know if Rise of Ronin is gonna just be a PlayStation exclusive, or
It is. It's PS5 exclusive. Yeah,
for like a year.
Probably. Yeah, it's only on PS5 at least for launch. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. And then Stellar Blade. So I watched the whole thing, right? I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was, because
did you like Nier Automata?
I like it, but not. I wasn't like super into it, if that makes sense. But the thing is, I'm describing Nier Automata from like a surface, like because I haven't like fully delved into the game yet when it comes to like the story elements and all that kind of stuff, right? It's just I just don't know what to feel about Stellar Blade. After like the whole thing was done, I was like, cool, that's it. There's nothing bad about it, like at all about it. It's just that I guess I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's that. Death Stranding 2, like I said, I think it took too much time. I think they should like had an extra time before other like popular indies and stuff, or other games that should have been announced within the state of play to make it more exciting and stuff. Like heck, I mean, instead of like doing 3 to 4 minutes of Death Stranding 2, you could just do half for Death Stranding and the other half for the new action espionage games for Kojima. So it's still Kojima, but it's at least it's still like a new thing for PlayStation. So I'm like, cool, that would have been fun. Let me see anything else that I could have missed. Oh, Foam Stars. You didn't mention Foam Stars was in there too, right? I'm surprised it was in there.
Yeah.
Final push. Every time I see Foam Stars, I just see, oh yeah, Splatoon ripoff. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's all I got from that. So, but let me see. Anything else? Honestly, yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing was literally the Shadow thing, which I'm like, damn, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a multi-plat.
What?
And I'm like, damn, okay. Like,
what I would have preferred instead of Sonic Cross or Sonic Shadow Generations, they should have just remade Sonic Adventure 2, but with like Sonic Frontiers graphics. Like I would.
I agree.
Just do that.
I agree, but I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of cool to have like new Shadow content.
Sega is like slowly, understanding their fan base little by little and everything. They're taking a good amount of steps, but taking some steps backwards a little bit. But it's just I don't know. I feel like the State of Blade wasn't as successful as other people thought, because like the biggest highlight for me at least was the Sonic Shadow Generations, which wasn't even PlayStation exclusive to begin with. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, maybe it's for some, mainly because of the Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
Which,
well, I mean,
that's also multiplayer, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but
no, Death Stranding 2 is not multiplayer. For a year. It's probably Well, I don't know.
Well, I already got a director's cut on PC, so
yeah. I mean, eventually it'll probably come out to PC, but it's probably like launch exclusive. Because
Listen, it
Zen, what is it called? The ZZZ game. I keep forgetting what it's
Zone
called.
Zone Zero.
Zenless
Yeah.
Zone Zero.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is also multi-platform. At least in terms of it being on PC
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
like
definitely multiplayer.
iOS and Android and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Dave the Diver is already multi-plat, so I mean, yeah,
If anything, if it would have come out and State Play and say, hey, listen, now all the backwards all the older games on PS4, 3, 2, and 1, you can all play on PlayStation 5. I would have bought one that same day. I would have bought one that same day. I told everyone if that damn thing was able to be backwards compatible all the way down to PS1, I would have been sold right from the
yeah,
that would have been perfect, because that leaves a whole bunch of different opportunities for that system, since it was already overpowered as it is, to literally upscale the graphics
yeah,
through all those older games to like the current resolution to on your monitor / TV, and it would have been a fun time to just like how the Xbox Series S and X are doing it right now, right?
Yeah.
I would have been sold in that 110%, right? So
yeah.
but yeah,
So
yeah.
final
I guess
score for the
it's
state of play
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. So
Okay, so 6.5. I say 7. What do you say, Brian?
9.
I'd say 8.
8,
Damn it.
Dan?
Yeah, I'd agree with the 7.
7. Sounds good. Looks like 7 is probably the middle there. Yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm sure we'll have a Nintendo Direct to talk about very soon, because we're in February and typically there's a Direct in February. But let's go and talk about our last topic of the day, and that is Xbox. We are going to talk about Xbox once again because a few hours ago, a story just came out saying that Starfield might be coming to PS5 this year. And The Verge has, according to The Verge, they have sources saying that the new strategy for Xbox is a lot of their exclusives will be coming to PS5. I forgot to put up that story here, but there's a bunch of people are starting to say, Halo Master Chief Collection is one of them, which would be crazy if Halo comes to.
That would be weird.
Yeah. Flight Simulator was another one that was posted on there. Let me see if I can get the actual post here. See if I can find it. Why I can't find it? But yeah, while I'm looking for it, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Like, it's the end of an era. Like, I have thoughts. I want to hear your guys' thoughts first.
That's crazy news to hear. The fact that they're like, you know what, let's just put all our stuff to the PS5, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's something I didn't think I would hear, honestly. So, but yeah, I don't really have too much thoughts onto that, other than I'm super surprised about it.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I found it.
They're-
Yeah. So
They're probably thinking that
Yeah.
most of our stuff's on PC anyway. So
that's true. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, and it looks like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will also launch on PS5. It says.
Honestly, they didn't have to like just put their stuff on PS5. They could have just said we're gonna just discontinue the Xbox and just mainly focus on the PC platform, which I'm like, that makes 100 that makes all the sense to me, because most users are on using the Windows OS.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is going to be profitable for them to put their stuff on PS5. I mean, there's definitely a good amount of people playing the PS5, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see.
I mean, how much better can the game run on a PS5 versus an Xbox?
I mean, not. I wouldn't say better, but like, it will. Oh, here we go. So here it's Xbox Era that says Starfield. The Verge says, that Indiana Jones is coming. That they have, like, proof for that. And then Sea of Thieves apparently is also planned to come to PS5. Hi-Fi Rush is supposed to be coming to PS5 and Switch. There's already leaks of exclusive shirts, which makes sense. Like, especially when you see what the shirts say, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, that's quite a few. And then of course, according to The Verge, they said that's Microsoft's new strategy is they will start bringing games in their catalog over to PS5. And yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. Like to me, I get it. Like there's the whole, there is no console war, and of course, when games are on multiple platforms, it's better for the consumers, everybody. It's better, but not better at the same time. It's better for the consumer because yes, you don't have to buy a specific platform to play that game. It's not better for the consumer because that makes one platform become dominant, and that could actually mess up the way things go. Because for innovation, how it's been a back and forth, right? You do this good, we're gonna try to one up you this way, and that was kind of like the always back and forth with the console wars. Was that PlayStation had these games, Nintendo had these games, and it's like, oh wow, to play these dominant games, if I want to play Nintendo exclusives, right, I gotta buy a Nintendo Switch, and that's how they made their money. To play these PlayStation games, like Final Fantasy, for the longest, you had to buy a PlayStation device. And to me, I just see it as, I get it. Microsoft's probably missing out on money. People are probably not buying as much on Xbox as they are on PlayStation. You might have people that own both consoles and they're just buying the same game on PlayStation versus on Xbox because if you buy a game on Xbox, whether it's exclusive or not, Microsoft makes money. Where if you buy only exclusive on Xbox, but the rest of the games you buy on PlayStation, Microsoft's still not making that money. So it's a bunch of things that's going on there, and to me it kind of sucks. And I do fear that the next Xbox may not even be an Xbox. It's just going to be a PC, right? We'll probably put full Windows 11 or whatever in it.
Technically, it is going back to an Xbox because the original first Xbox was just a PC.
Yeah, it was. Well, kind
it
of.
Was.
Yeah,
it was basically a PC.
It ran a version of Windows, which used to run a version of Windows, but I mean, it's not the same. Like this is gonna be like full blown like Windows 11, where you can have Microsoft Office on there if you want to on your on your TV.
Yeah. I mean, they'll have to make like a gaming friendly version of Windows.
Yeah.
It can't be full blown Windows. It has to be like a stripped down version of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad to see. I mean,
it could just be like a stopgap, right? Mm-hmm. Just a band-aid to stop the bleeding. Yeah. Right now, because they made like you said, there may not be a lot of sales of Series S's and X's and first party Xbox games right now, and they might be like, well, what can we do to drive up revenue for them in the meantime while we're looking towards the next generation?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, like, I think about this like in my head, like what can they do? I just don't think, like, right now, me hearing this news, and I'm like, I might as well just sell my Xbox. Like the only reason I keep my Xbox around is for Sonic Unleashed. That's it. Like, other than that, like if it ran good on emulators, I would just play it on through emulation and just get rid of my Xbox.
I think it does.
I believe it doesn't. According to what I've read, it doesn't work well on emulators yet.
Which versions?
I think in what's the 360 emulator? Xenia.
Yeah.
Xenia, and then there's the RCPCS3.
Yeah.
Which I can understand for RCPCS3 because that's an extremely demanding emulator. So.
Yeah. So, because if it ran there, I would right now put it up for sale. Because that's the only reason that I really have it now. Because Sonic Generations, we're getting a newer version. Plus, I already have that on PC, so I don't care for that. Sonic Unleashed is really the only other game, and Lost Odyssey, but Lost Odyssey apparently works flawless through emulation. So, there's kind of no point in having one. I guess Infinite Undiscovery as well, and Blue Dragon. So there's 3 games there, 4 games. But yeah, I mean,
so I was gonna say something about this as well. This really makes me regret getting into the Xbox ecosystem. I have an Xbox Series X. I have a bunch of games on it, and if I could go back in time and tell myself, I'd be like, dude, just get in on Nintendo when the Switch comes out digitally.
Yeah.
Get in on PlayStation 4 when PlayStation 4 comes out digitally, just because, as I mentioned at the top of the podcast, going through your downloads and purchases on PS3 is an absolute nightmare. So I'd say, you know what, just skip the PS3 generation and just like buy a PS1 and a PS2 to get those games and just put them in a closet or something like that for
Yeah.
when you want to play them, because it's not worth going through the trouble of re-downloading the digital copies.
Yeah.
And then get a PC. So PC, Switch, PS4, or PS, whatever, like that. If you had those three, like you are fine. The Xbox just feels so redundant now. The fact that they're pretty much giving up as a first party developer, if
Yeah.
they're just gonna, I mean, not giving up as a first party developer, but like they're still gonna be a first party developer, but they're gonna put things other places. It kind of reminds me of like what Sega did with the Dreamcast. Like
Mhm.
they got out of the hardware game and then they start making software for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
is that where Microsoft's heading? Like, it kind of seems like
It
it.
seems like it, because they're doing exactly that. Because I want to say when Shenmue 2 came out, it came out on both Dreamcast and Xbox, and that was kind of like the start of seeing these games. And of course, eventually Sonic Adventure 2 Battle came out on GameCube. I think it was only GameCube, right? I don't think it came out on any other platform. I could be wrong on that. But like that came
I think
out,
you're right.
and then Sonic Adventure DX, and it was like, yeah, it's like then we started seeing all the Sega games. Skies of Arcadia, also GameCube. Yeah,
That's one that needs to come out.
yeah. They need a remake of that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
honestly, I
good
just think
idea.
it's the end of Xbox. Like it, it sucks, but Xbox will now be a platform, or not platform, a publisher.
Software like
Yeah,
publisher. Yeah.
yeah. They won't. Maybe they might keep the Xbox, but maybe not. Like, if honestly, to me, if they got rid of the Xbox, or keep the Xbox name but just made it like a actual PC, right? Like, yeah, it's an easy setup process. You can have the Microsoft Store, but it also lets you get Steam and stuff like that. They would probably make some money off of that
So
as
like a
well.
Steam machine,
Yeah, Steam machine basically,
but Xbox.
but Xbox. Yeah,
Honestly, I think instead of just saying that okay, we're gonna put our stuff on PS5, just get rid of the Xbox and just focus on the PC platform. And that's it. You already own a good amount of the market share when it comes to the operating system. So I wouldn't just put all your stuff onto the Sony stuff.
yeah,
It's just because to me that right there is just sounds worse than defeat. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Sega thing over again. Unfortunately, I don't know, man.
yeah.
With their consoles, which I do. I
Can't
do miss
beat
their
them, join
consoles.
them. In that sense, that putting their games on there. But yeah, like it also makes you think, like, was that the right move? Buying Bethesda and buying um what's it
You know
called,
what?
Activision Blizzard, like,
I could see them doing is making like you said, a Windows machine
mhm.
strictly for gaming console, but then make it handheld friendly. So all these like freaking allies, claws,
Yeah,
and whatnot. Instead of having a full blown Windows 11 on it, they would just have, the Xbox game console
yeah,
OS running on it, but you could still run launchers, so that way you can still get Epic Game Store,
yeah.
Steam.
I
If
mean,
they did that, then it would be goodbye Xbox home console.
yeah,
So James, I know you're not ready to sell your Xbox yet, but I just look up some Xenia gameplay for Sonic Unleashed.
yeah.
Right now, they're able to run this thing literally at 4K 60 FPS right now on PC.
Really?
Yeah, I got the whole footage here if you want to watch it later on. So I'll just DM it.
Well,
DM it to
yeah,
you.
we'll have to check up on Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, and Infinite Undiscovery, because those are the only other 3 games that I actually own that I kept on Xbox. Like, I have my Lost Odyssey, I have all 4 disc or whatever it was. Blue Dragon I have digital, and then Infinite Discovery I have digital because I don't know where my physical copy went. So it went missing.
I will probably report to you like later on this year about the Lost Odyssey type of deal,
Mhm.
because I think I do have a copy of Lost Odyssey on my PC somewhere,
Mhm.
along with Xenia. And the furthest I was able to get into that game was the title screen, because I didn't want to progress further yet
Yeah,
and stuff. But if it winds up running well, I'll let you know about that. Don't know about the other games though.
yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we could say it's an end of an era. We'll wait and see. This is all still kind of rumor, but I believe these rumors are actually true. And yeah, kind of sad to see. Like, my thing is, where PlayStation is right now, I'm actually not a fan of. Like, the PlayStation of today was not the PlayStation that I liked in the early PS4 era, or the PS3 or PS2. And you guys already know this. I've said this plenty of times. You know, the minute they got rid of Japan studios, I was like, yeah, something's up with this. You know, because I just like Japanese games. I prefer the Japanese games. You know, Gravity Rush and games like that were always amazing to me. I really liked them, and not having that focus to me is just kind of like, you know, I don't care about the Western RPGs as much or anything like that. So like that's also why I've kind of swayed more towards PC, and the Steam Deck kind of like helped that too because I'm able to play portable. So, and I would hope, like, you know, in my head, I was like, oh, maybe Microsoft could come back and get all these deals and all these publishers to get, you know, some games like Lost Odyssey 2 back or something like that. But I guess that's never going to happen. I don't know. I just feel
Yeah.
when you have an equal, like, playing field, there's no innovation. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, makes
Right?
sense. But
If, I'm trying to think, like, what's a good analogy of it. Hmm. I can't think of one. But that's just my thought process on that. You know, is I don't like that happening. I get it. It's a business. You got to make money somehow. And again, for the consumer part, yes, you know, now if you have a PS5, you can play these Xbox exclusives. But on the flip side, to me, I feel like it's just going to bring more bad things to come in the future. But yeah, that's it. Any last thoughts on that?
I'm pretty sure all that stuff's happening mainly because they're trying to like recover all the losses that they did when purchasing Blizzard / Activision because they lost a lot of money.
Yeah,
First going through the lawsuit. Once that was done, then they bought the damn studio, which I'm just like, man.
yeah,
I think after all that, they now they just realized it wasn't really worth it at the end. So
yeah. There's this tweet by Jez Corden, who you know who's a huge Microsoft fan. I mean, he works for Windows Central, so you know you
yeah,
would think he's a Microsoft fan. He write Xbox will officially become the console to beta test PlayStation games so they can release polished and with extra content on PS5 later. That's like, and he's a huge Xbox fan, and he wrote that. Like, yeah, it's sad. You know,
yeah,
and some of the stuff is funny. You know, like Stealth writes like I won't be interested in Microsoft multi-platform strategy until Lost Odyssey is released on Switch. You know, which would be awesome too. Like if they release that on Switch or even PS5 or just put it on PC. Like if they put Lost Odyssey on
Yeah.
PC, like
I mean, how hard would that be to do?
a lot of people would buy it. You know,
I think it's just a matter of source code if it's still there or not because
yeah,
that's what I've been learning recently with all the older games I've been
yeah,
playing recently is how come we can just put this on
yeah,
to the newer platforms source code.
yeah,
So for some odd reason they just have a habit of losing source code for some odd reason.
yeah,
I do not know why. Maybe data corruption happens frequently in certain companies. I don't know. So
yeah. Man. Well, I guess that we'll see each other playing Halo on PlayStation in a year from now.
that'll be so weird.
We'll do a special stream of Halo on PlayStation. Get Master Chief with the Aloy skin or something like that. Like,
Oh god, that's even worse. Aloy is already in Genshin. I don't want another Aloy. Get
there
mad,
you
get
go.
freaking Halo mad.
All right. Well, we can add I guess. Well, I would say Drake, but I think he's kind of dead now. Um, I don't know. Killzone skin. Maybe they'll think of
uh,
Killzone again.
maybe I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
another game that Sony should bring back. I enjoyed Killzone. I liked it.
True. Yeah.
Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance, another great one. Yeah, like there's games that Sony has that they haven't gone back to just because you know Last of Us is gonna make money, or Uncharted is gonna make money, or God of War is gonna make money. Like branch out. One thing I didn't write on topics, but that kind of got me really angry is Square Enix press on, hey, we're only going to focus on the titles that make us money. We're not going to do smaller releases anymore. And they specifically pointed out like Star Ocean: The Divine Force. I'm like, no, like, hey, that's your job. Hey, it was on a bad month. B, the game could have been better. Like it was lacking in certain ways. Like I was playing it and there's just the mechanics were too all over the place that I just couldn't get into it. But like stuff like that gets me mad. And it just sounds like we're only gonna do Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and that's it. I'm like, no. So you're telling me we're not gonna get these Chrono Cross, we're not gonna get like Final Fantasy Tactics or anything like that. I'm like, ugh. That's another rant. They closed down the Tokyo, what was it called? Tokyo Factory, RPG Factory. They did like what's that game? I Am Setsuna. What's the other one? Something Sphere, I think Lost Sphere or something like that. They didn't sell great, which I get it, but still, that's another rant for another day. People get me angry. Well, anyways, that's all that we have for today. We're not doing any video game 20 questions because I didn't pick out a game. You don't have any of your of the pictures at all, fan, do you?
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, we could do that
Got
then.
a few.
Let's go ahead and do that before we end the stream then, because we have about like a few minutes. So yeah.
All right, let me.
Guess you want to do 3 of them at that point.
Yeah, we can do just 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do 3 or 5.
I say 3 if we're pressed for time.
Yeah, I mean we got time. I'm
I
pretty
got
sure 'cause
nothing
we'll
to
go
do.
through it. Well, let's do 5. We'll do 5.
Okay.
We'll do 5 because Persona 3 Reload is waiting for all of us.
Yeah, especially me.
Yeah, I got my
Okay.
background to my iPad is Persona 3 Reload background, and then my phone wallpaper, like on both of my phones, they're both Persona 3 Reload.
I'm just worried that like I might be like too over leveled for the first big boss
Yeah.
fight after the first full moon because like if that happens then I may have to restart the game under merciless difficulty. I may have to do that.
Real quick, before we start, or while fans setting up, who is your favorite Persona out of the 3 main protagonists? Like the main Persona that they have.
Oh,
Like for me, Izanagi is my favorite. Like,
I don't have one yet.
I never
Oh.
I never thought about it.
I
I never thought about it too much, honestly. If anything, I'm more like the okay. It's not really the answer. All right. I'll narrow it down a little bit. I maybe Arsene Lupin, or I just can't. It's literally say his full name. Mainly because after I was done with Persona 5, I actually went into like the French literature of Arsene Lupin, the Gentleman Thief, and on how he came up and everything.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, that's so freaking cool. And then like after that, he became one of my favorite main character personas.
Yeah.
I would say so. But yeah,
I like Izanagi just because Izanagi sounds cool and he looks cool. And he
The
is
freaking
cool.
Japanese god of thunder.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
That and he's you is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch.
I am
Which-
you.
Which
That's what I'm asking.
when Persona 4 Reload comes out, I don't know if Johnny Yamamoto is gonna come back, bro. They're probably gonna replace.
They'll
the cast
replace
again.
him. They will. But like he has the best name. His name is You because it's you, right? Like right away, it's like it's genius. Name him You because he's you. Like
That just reminds me of that freaking scene from Rush Hour 3.
Oh, you! yeah, you. I
The
remember
flying
that.
Chinese master. I am you. It's like, that's what I'm asking. What is your
Me,
name? It's like,
I'm me.
you? It's like, not you,
One of the
him.
best
Him,
stereotypical
I'm
films
me.
I've ever seen in my life,
Yeah.
and is never gonna come
It's
back, man.
it's just
Oh
that
my God.
baseball like freaking thing again.
Ru-
First base, second
Rush,
base.
yeah, Rush Hour
Yeah.
has
If Rush
so
Hour
much.
came out in this
Yeah.
day and age, that will get canceled immediately because there's so
Yeah.
many snowflakes. God, man, I miss that kind of humor. I swear, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got the first picture up
I do see it.
for you guys.
I have no clue what it is.
Yeah.
Pass.
This one might be a deep cut. I don't know.
Pass.
All right.
Still pass on me.
Pass.
The real Ginger Brave Real says, I just sent my dog to China and my cook. Is he cooked? Is he going to be cooked?
I just miss jokes like that.
Yeah.
We just make fun of each other, and it was great.
Yeah.
Nobody got. I just miss that, man. Anyway, I pass.
Here's the next.
Pass.
Pass here too.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
losing this one. Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm a pass.
Oh, I know. Wait. No.
You gonna guess?
Oh,
No. Okay.
I think I know. I think I know.
All right. What are you gonna
Shoot,
guess?
it might be wrong, but Chun Li.
Nope. You're out.
Dang it!
Definitely not. Definitely that blue part, but that red part is what throws me off.
The,
so
the
I'm a
yellowish
pass
part is
again.
what's throwing me off. Oh.
You want to
Pass.
make a guess? The pass. Okay. You want to make a
Pass.
guess? All right.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
I know.
Cosmos?
I just don't know.
What
I
would you
forgot.
say?
Is it Cosmos?
No, it's not.
well, no, it's
Okay.
Is that
You can't say anything, James. You already got knocked out.
No.
All right.
wow? I've seen this game around. I just don't know the title of it. So
I can go one lesson. If you can't guess it, no one gets it.
All right, screw it. Is it part of Xenosaga?
It is Xenosaga.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I was about
I
to
was
say.
gonna say the Xenosaga box art.
Wait a second. Shouldn't I should get points for Cosmos. Cosmos is in Xenosaga. I was
Yeah,
referring to the person on the right.
but it's I guess the whole thing. I mean,
But
yeah,
that's not the main subject. That's the problem.
yeah.
I thought we were picking out a character, not the whole game.
Well, I know. Well,
True,
I already
true.
knows there was multiple
True.
characters already, so I already knew for a fact we were focusing
true.
on one character.
All right, well, you can
Cosmos
tie
threw me
it.
off
I would
'cause
say
I thought
just
he had
tie
white.
it.
All right.
Fair, fair.
All right. Let me pick the next one. Hold on.
All right.
Did Cosmo? I thought Cosmos always had white hair. I didn't know it was blue.
That's blue.
It's blue. Yeah, it's always blue. She had a white like
Outfit.
outfit. Yeah.
That's what did it. Let me see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. That's another game
Okay.
that might come back. Xenosaga might come back. Especially if you played the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC.
Hey, don't say.
Oh, is there some connective tissue there?
I'll let you figure it out.
Okay.
That's what it should
Alright.
get you excited to play through Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh damn! I feel like this is a known character, but I'm still gonna pass.
Yeah, I'm
Pass.
passing too.
All right.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Pass.
I'm passing.
Pass.
Pass again.
I have no clue what that is.
I feel like that's familiar a little.
No,
I'm still
pass.
passing.
Mm-mm. Pass.
Pass.
Pass again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still passing. I still don't know what that is.
Oh
Is that the final one?
no.
Oh,
Well, hold on.
For-
Yeah. There's one more, and then
okay.
this will tell you the game what it is if you guys can't get this.
Okay.
one more time, I guess.
Oh, Breath of Fire. What is that?
Oh.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ryu. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Ryu in every single game.
Yeah. I mean, Ryu, Nina is also in every single game.
Dang,
Like, I don't know. Does what's his name have the same name too? Clay or whatever. I don't think he has the same name.
Now I feel bad for James. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah, I really would have thought you would have gotten that.
I couldn't tell from the other one. Like, I did not know. Like from here, I was like, it's Breath of Fire. I just didn't know which one it was for cover
Yeah,
art.
Was it because it mostly was just yellow? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's the color was all over the place. Like when I first saw the color palette, the only thing that was in my head was Gutsman.
Oh, I see. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
because the color palette just reminded me of Gutsman. But yeah, Breath of Fire, another RPG that needs to come back. A really good RPG. If you've never played Breath of Fire, play it. Like I don't know what Capcom's doing. They're sleeping on an amazing franchise, or at least amazing couple of games. Because the last game was trash. But yeah,
Pass.
Pass.
yeah, pass.
Oh dang.
Oh,
Messed
you
up on
messed
that
it
one.
up.
Yep, that one got messed up.
That's
Alright.
Contra. Or is it Contra?
Yeah, that's
Right?
Contra.
Yeah, it's Contra. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Let's get another
That's all
one.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cloud. Final Fantasy 7. Oh man.
Hey, Brian, if you got time after, I definitely want to talk about Final Fantasy 16 with you because
Okay.
to make it short, it's actually definitely an 8 for me. So, but there
Fair
are
enough.
some problems. There are some problems with it. So I'll definitely
Okay.
give you those.
All right.
All right. There we go.
All right.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
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 Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
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 Really, no one's getting it at all. Okay.
Hold on.
Guess it's a known character.
Pass.
I don't know.
Oh, Heavenly
Heavenly
Sword.
Sword.
What?
Heavenly Sword from PS3. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't played that game. Okay. Xbox. I was like, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what's funny is I actually thought it was in the beginning, it looked like there's a shot in Wild Arms, and Wild Arms 2 specifically, where the main character is walking and like he's walking away from like the sun setting. I thought it was that for a minute. Another good RPG.
Ninja Theory developed this. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Ninja Theory used to only do like PlayStation games before what's it called? Microsoft bought them.
I think I got it in before you, right, James?
I don't know.
I think it was about the same time.
It was sounded like it was the same time, to be
Oh.
honest. Like y'all like said at the exact same time. I was like,
I
all
think
right,
I'm
y'all
tied.
both
Fan
can
on
get a
that
point
one.
for
We'll have
that.
to go. Let's go
Yeah.
to the let's go
Yeah.
judges.
Pass.
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 Okay. Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Pass.
All right.
Still pass.
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
Yeah,
Pass.
Pass. My bad.
Yeah,
Pass.
pass. I don't know what that is.
I feel like I know this, but I don't know. Let me say pass.
Killzone.
Hellgas. Killzone.
That's what I thought.
Yep,
Yeah.
James got it first. Killzone.
Haha.
I said Hellgas. Killzone.
Hell.
Which one? This is Killzone 3, right? No, not
3.
Killzone 3.
Yeah.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
See, I got it first.
so
Yes.
I'm
so
gonna go
far we've got Bryant with 2, James with 2,
Me,
and
it's 1.
Oh, I know you guys don't collect amiibos, but the Joker amiibo is available for pre-order at Best Buy.
Oh yeah, I did notice.
Yeah, I want to pick it up. I'm like I kind of want it on my wall, but at the same time, it's like I gotta get the Shulk amiibo from Target, so then I can move Cloud.
You don't have the Joker already?
I don't know.
Oh, I have 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah, I want a
Oh.
Joker amiibo. I gotta add him. I need Shulk also. I need
if I can
the
get this one.
Cloud Player 2. That's what I need. I'm very upset that I never got that one.
Pass.
Yeah, pass
Pass.
too.
Pass.
Pass.
Some of these are gonna be deep
Pass.
cuts, but all right.
Ninja Gaiden.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah. You got it. Ninja Gaiden.
Haha.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like, throughout the day, I just go through box art. No, just kidding. That's just my daily life. I was like, oh, let's look at box art.
All right. I think this will probably be the last one.
All right. But yeah, I gotta get Cloud Player 2 because I have Corrin Player 2. I think that's the only Player 2 I actually have. Now that I think about it.
Oh my god, they made a Sephiroth theme remix for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Nice Story. That's so amazing. I don't know if you guys remember this whole meme that happened on Twitter, but basically there's always this thing where they compare like 2 characters and stuff. So
Mhm.
there was somebody that did Sephiroth versus Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Legit, people just went off and say, "Bro, have you seen how Mario and Luigi just killed God in one of the games?" I was like, and it kept going and going and going, and it's so funny. It was so great. I wish you guys all saw that. It was just so wholesome. I love it.
No, when I've seen Sephiroth versus Donkey Kong 64, the DK rap.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that too.
All right. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna pass for now,
You
but I
know
think
it
I know what
already?
it is. I think I know what it is, but I'm gonna pass for now. Just in case if I'm wrong.
Pass. Yeah.
Pass.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna just guess, and if I'm out, I'm out. Is it Yuna from Final Fantasy X?
No, it's not.
Dang.
I could see that. I
can
could
see-
definitely
I
see
can
that.
see why.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
why. Pass.
Oh, I think I know what it is now.
Don't say anything.
No.
Too bad.
It is what I know. Oh, it isn't. Why? Oh, I can't believe it. It isn't.
Went over your skis there, James.
Oh man,
Pass.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, pass.
Oh,
Wait, actually.
I can't believe it.
Wait, oh my god.
I'm
that look-
angry at
the,
myself.
the white. Wait, oh my god. Wait.
Pass.
Okay. All right.
Dang,
I'm
you
a-
guys
I'm
don't
a
know
guess.
what it
I'm a
is.
Ash is
so
gonna guess. All right,
angry.
guess Ash.
Oh,
It's the color scheme. Isn't that Sakura from Street Fighter?
Nope, it's not. Sorry, you're out.
Oh my
No.
god. Jesus Christ.
All right, Brian. I can go one less, and then hopefully you can get it.
oh man.
Oh, it's the main character from Xenogears.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
Xenogears.
wow.
Yep.
Damn. See.
Yeah. I saw that after I guessed
the white
Yuna. I
clothing,
saw that.
The blue, and then there's some of the red. I was like, wait, that sounds
No.
like Sakura to me.
Man, I'm so upset after I guessed that and I saw it, I was like, no. I knew it was that. Dang it. I'm so mad.
And
Oh.
tricked
Is
you
his
with two
name,
Xeno
Faye?
series games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Faye Fanlong. Yeah.
Yeah. AKA
That's a game that I started playing on the Steam Deck when it first came out
Yeah.
on emulator that I need to pick.
What's the
up
girl's
start back
name?
up again.
nobody
freaking-
knows.
I forget.
He's
I remember she always reminded me of Asuka from Evangelion a little bit. Just looks
little
wise, I
bit.
mean.
well, he's been reincarnated in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC. Another
What?
one.
Ooh,
Slow
Wait,
down,
that
slow
sounds
down,
like a
slow
spoiler.
down.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a story thing. Like I'm just saying he is. It's not a like he hasn't been really reincarnated.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just saying like
I'm
the
wondering.
main character is basically
Yeah.
a
I like
reimagining
him.
of him.
Inspiration. Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I first saw Noah. That's like the first thing I thought of. So
Yeah,
it makes sense.
no, not Noah. I'm talking about Matthew.
Matthew.
Yeah, search up Matthew. He's the main character for the DLC because the DLC has
Oh, for the DLC.
yeah, because he does the same thing. He fights
Oh,
with
okay,
fists
okay.
and everything.
Yeah, I remember Matthew. Yeah. I
Yeah,
see why.
and his
Yeah.
move sets that he gets are phase move sets as well in Xenogears.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah,
It's
He's
just gonna
got-
be a
he's
while
got the
until I
ponytail and
get to
everything,
that
too.
game. Yeah, it's
Yep,
gonna be a while until I
ponytail
get
and
to that game
everything.
anyway. So
yeah. That's what people were speculating it was him because in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 there's a statue and people thought it was him to begin with, but it wasn't, of course. But yeah, cool. That's everything that we have for today. I'm kind of upset that I guess Yuna because after that next one I should have just waited. But oh well. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. The goal for this month is 750 subscribers, so definitely share the channel. Will help out a lot. As well as follow over at Twitch. Fan, where can they catch you at?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Phaneckswhy.
What about you, Bryant? Where can they catch you at?
I'm at red_so_deep on Twitter.
What about you, Ash?
you can catch me at Ash Destroy. I'm on YouTube and stuff. I might upload something maybe about Persona 3 Reload. It depends and stuff.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yes. And as always, you can catch it at Tartarus. I'm here at like level or floor. What am I at? Floor 17, I think I'm at right now.
I'm at 22 at level 13 already. I'm just like damn.
22, yeah, because I think you can only go to 22.
Ash, have you
at the
been
beginning.
paying the whole time? Ash, you've been playing the whole time, haven't you?
Oh
Oh,
no!
okay.
If I was
No,
playing
I'm kidding.
it
I'm
would have been
kidding.
on that screen. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I'm really liking Persona 3 Reload. I can't wait to continue playing. I am definitely not that high level. Well, you said what level 13 you're at?
Yeah, I'm at level 13. I was trying to grind up to 15
I think I'm-
and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm level 11 or something, but I'm only on floor 17.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm there. So I'm probably gonna get because I think the max floor you can go to
It's 22.
is 22. Yeah, before you go to the
Yeah.
next story beat. So I'll be on floor 22 in no time. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, don't forget like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next Sunday. We'll be back on Thursday with some more Stranger of Paradise. And Friday I'll be continuing Granblue Fantasy Relink. So yeah, see you guys.
And
later.
doing a full Super Bowl commentary.
Oh, that's right. That's next Sunday. I forgot about that. Take care, guys.
See ya.